Hey y'all, I am Dee from Embodied Sexuality Tarot. I am a spiritual practitioner, divinator, and here on this channel I bridge spirituality and practicality, helping to nurture relationship with self, body and spirit, but also relationship with others. So this reading right here is, you can pick a tea light. And also, okay, so I am clairaudient. And I've also been like dancing more, just bringing more music and stuff into my life for manifestation. If you want to ask about music and dance for manifestation, ask in the comments and we can talk about it. But basically, that is the inspiration for this video here. So I've got different songs written on these cards here, and they're going to be how your person feels about you or messages from them. So basically, go ahead and pick one of these. I'm going to tune in to, well, I'll go through the song and I'll share some information about your person, and then just kind of some things that they want to say to you. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right. So if you have chosen the white tea light here, it's good. This is will be your reading. This is vanilla. Okay, so vanilla is a nice flavor, so I don't know, maybe the person enjoys vanilla or thinks that or maybe you enjoy vanilla, or just kind of um, thinks that you are sweet. Okay, so the first song here is Michael Bublé, Sway. So when the marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway like a lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more. Okay, so this person could enjoy dancing. They also could enjoy being near the ocean, being near the water. They could be a water sign: Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. They could actually be a professional dancer, actually, maybe for some of you. But they could just, like it says, enjoy being really close to you, spending time with you. Okay, enjoys your touch. They could come from a different culture. They could like salsa, tango, maybe of a Hispanic background. Okay. So tell us more about this person. Let's actually put that over there. Oops. Okay. Let's tell a little bit more about the person. This person is open-minded. We have eight of swords at the back of the deck. Okay, I feel like they're open-minded. We also have Daughter of Wands underneath. So it could be that you're younger than this person. And so they kind of have like an open-minded view about age. Okay. I feel like this person is a little bit more of a free spirit. So, I mean, that kind of explains like the whole dancing. Like, it just seems like they kind of like to flow with life. And like, honestly, like flow whichever way the breeze carries them. So they could be just kind of follow their gut or intuition a lot more, lean into that a little bit more than their mind. Okay, what else? Ooh, we have the Empress. Okay, so this person values beauty, they value femininity, they value the womanly spirit, um, the grace of the woman. They think the woman is like a magical being, okay? Because I'm seeing a pregnant woman, and so that could just hint at kind of seeing women as a magical, spiritual, like goddess, right? Um, so, I mean, that's just what I'm picking up, where they just kind of value femininity, grace. Now, that doesn't mean that they want to get pregnant, or that they want you to get pregnant, or anything. Like, it doesn't mean that. It's just more the symbolism of just having value for feminine energy. Okay, so no matter what gender you are, they value the feminine spirit. Okay, they value the feminine spirit's ability to nurture and grow things. Okay, because I'm being drawn to like the branches and roots. But it could be that this person does want a family, to have a family, to start a family, is family oriented. Okay. They could also come from a long line of family. So they could actually come from an environment where, or a culture where you like live with your parents, and then also like your uncles live in there too, or something like that. So it could be where they live with extended relatives, or at least come from that kind of background. They might not live that way now, but it just seems like all the family members are connected and together. It's almost like there's no privacy. Okay. Very close relationship with their mother and grandmother. So yeah, they were raised by women. Okay. What else about them? We got Mother of Pentacles. So yeah, again, they're looking for someone to mother their children, or to have a family with. Again, take the genders as they are, or what makes sense to you. But yeah, it just feels like they're leaning towards family. It could be that they already have a child. I'm not getting that too much, but it's possible that they do have one child already. That's a young age, I would say, between the age of like infant to 5 years old, maybe even to 7. Okay. They could also be interested in having like a stay-at-home parent for their children. Like, so they could be somebody that likes to be ambitious and go out and provide and do things like that. And they could want their partner to be a little bit more home based, or at least work a job that is remote or something like that. Okay, what else? We have Six of Wands here. This person has had has some challenges that they've had to overcome. Let's try to tap into that. What are some things that they had to overcome? I feel like maybe they were targeted in like school or something like that for being different. So maybe they had different interests. Like, they could be somebody who would talk about stuff that most people don't care about. So they could have an interest in like the way the world works, like spirituality or something, or they could have an interest in nerdy things like anime or something. I mean, anime and stuff is a lot more popular now, but it seems like maybe in the past there's somebody over them. Honestly, it feels like a family member too. There could have been a family member over them saying like, no, you need to grow up and do this, or you need to focus on this. And that was really challenging for them because they felt like they had to suppress their interests. Because like this parent or figure, somebody could have been making them feel like they're wasting their time on this interest. Okay. All right. Well, we got that. So what do they want to say to you? Let's get into that. What do they want to say to you? Empress. It just jumped out. What else do they want to say? Boom. Okay, so we have Five of Wands at the back of the deck. I feel like this is trying to tell me something about being perfect. Wait, hold on. It's saying that they want to be on the same page. We also have Three of Wands here as well, which says that. Three of Wands is about sharing a vision, working towards a common goal. So with this Five of Wands, it feels like they want to be on the same page, and It's almost like they're willing to try different ways to like connect and figure it out. So this person could be more of like a problem solver, where like if something's not going right, then they're going to take the time to try to figure out how to connect and fix it. Okay. Okay, so what do they want to say to you? We got Empress here. So again, they just are fascinated by you. They're drawn to your energy. They are interested in, you like having a family with you. They enjoy your movements. So it could be that you dance as well. It could be that you enjoy dancing as well, because they like the way that your body moves. Or if you're insecure about that or something, they're saying there's no need to be. They really enjoy it. You move very beautifully. Also, something about your intuition. They feel like they can trust you. Okay, what else? Okay, we got Eight of Swords here. What are you saying, Eight of Swords? Oh, something about your confidence. They're saying like come out of your shell. Come out of your shell, you're beautiful. Stop limiting yourself. Stop having limiting beliefs. Don't think that way about yourself. Don't talk that way about yourself. So they see you as like this radiant light, this Empress, and this could be kind of like in the position that you're feeling or thinking now, and they're kind of like, no, this is you. This is really you. Okay. What else do they want to say? Mother of Pentacles. Man, this person is not playing about you. Okay. They really want to have a family. Okay. They're looking for somebody who is nurturing. Okay. Somebody that can rejuvenate them. Well, actually, they are interested in like, rejuvenating each other. There is a mutuality to it, but they're very much like, this is your gift. Okay. Like you are the Empress. You are the Mother of Pentacles. You are this amazing, wonderful being. And I just want to take in your gifts, your grace, your nourishment. All right. So they see you, like I said, as like being in the home and kind of prepping their meals or something like that. They see you looking after their child or children. They see you being very sturdy in that too. Like, it's not just about being in this feminine role. Like the Mother of Pentacles is very resourceful. Okay, so she's finding ways to, and she's a teacher. So this could have something to do with like homeschooling in some way, or some sort of a mama bear I'm getting. But again, place the genders as you need it. But it just feels like this Mother of Pentacles, she's a protector. Okay, so I know I've been talking a lot about like the feminine grace and the gentleness and stuff like that, but right here they're talking about, no, they trust you to be a protector of the family as well, to protect with your intuition, to protect with your knowledge of resourcefulness, and what you're doing with the finances, what you're investing in for the children, or what things like that. So they trust you. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up a little bit. Let's do one more card here. What needs to be heard, what needs to be honored. Hold your vision, okay? Hold your vision. Fixed moon. So it could be that maybe you have an idea of what this person is like you kind of, what you're interested in, what you're looking for, but you're not really sure if they exist or if they're coming, that kind of thing. But we got to hold your vision, okay? So, and this is fixed moon, so it's like your intuition, like your person was saying, your intuition is on point. They can trust you to make intuitive decisions and to guide. Okay, so if your person is saying that and you got hold your vision, especially with the way that this is, so the moon is going this way, so it's going towards a full moon, if I'm not mistaken. That's how I believe it's happening, because there's more on this side. So it's gaining momentum, essentially. So I just feel like, okay, yeah, hold your vision, and the situation is gaining momentum. You're coming towards, you're making closer progress, okay? So Um, Typically at the end of my readings, I do self-care cards. I think I'm going to skip that today and we're just going to move on to the second tea light. So, all right, let's get going. Thank you for being here. Okay, so this is the red tea light. Let's go ahead and start with your song. Okay, so if you select the red tea light, this is your song. Ah, okay, so this is your song. It's Sunshine, Lollipops, and Rainbows by Leslie Grace. And it goes, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, everything that's one. Why did I even try to sing it? I'm sorry, y'all. But sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together. Okay, there you go. So let's go ahead and put this there. We're going to start by getting some information about your person. About who they are, where they came from, and then we'll get into messages that they have for you, okay? So let's learn a little bit more about your person. Okay. Okay, we got the Lovers here at the back of the deck. I feel like this person grew up in a two-person household. They could have grown up with their parents being married, and so they have like a good model for like what a healthy relationship looks like. It could be that their parents like communicated well and just were very affectionate, really supported each other. So it just seems like with the Lovers card that they have a good model for what kind of relationship they want. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so we have the Lion card here. Well, it's the Strength card. So this person can be a romantic. They've got the rose in their mouth, all right? They could be a romantic. They could be vocal about how they feel. They can show their affection through gifts and gestures. But ultimately, this person won. This person can be a spoiler, it feels like. So they might randomly surprise you with things that you're not expecting, and that to them is really important because they don't want to do things just because it's your birthday or because it's Christmas or something like that. They want you to understand that they appreciate you like whenever, right? So they could do surprise gifts and gestures and plans and stuff like that. Another thing is that they seem to have a good emotional intelligence. They could be perceptive to like your feelings and their own feelings. So they have an understanding and depth of their feelings. So I just feel like they could communicate those very well. Okay. I also feel like they're not going to be like they don't act out when they don't get their way. They don't resort to name calling or violence or anything just because they didn't, things didn't go their way. Like they have a good head on their shoulders. They maintain their cool. Okay. Yeah. What else? Ooh, we have the Devil card here. Okay, what's going on with the Devil card? We got Elixir of Life, Concealment, Willpower. Okay, all right. I am picking up with this Elixir of Life that this person could overindulge in liquids, so they could enjoy beverages. I don't know if I can talk about it on YouTube, but they could enjoy alcoholic beverages. What else? We have willpower with that as well. So, I mean, that kind of, if it's not alcoholic beverages, it could also be intimacy. So they could indulge a lot in adult materials or want to be intimate a lot of the time. So they could have a little bit of an overindulgent. They could be overindulgent with those things. Okay. We also have concealment. So this also tells me that they could enjoy play. Like, so when it comes to intimacy, they could enjoy being dominant. Okay, we have willpower here. So they could enjoy being dominant in the bedroom, and that can be very hands-on knee, or maybe some adult practices that involve maybe some mask wearing, okay, other things like that. So they could have maybe a little dark side to them, but I don't currently see it as a problem. It just kind of feels like a little something that spices things up for them, because now I'm being drawn to the fire at the feet. So it's kind of like something that gets them going, I guess. Okay. All right, what else do we have? So something that is coming up for me to say is like, you wouldn't be bored with them, I guess. All right, I guess that they wanted me to say that. Okay. So we have 5 of Wands, and we have the Death card as well. All right, what are you saying with that? I feel like they're trying to get their life together. Blessed day. Okay, so they're trying to get their life together. Also, success at the back of the deck. So I just feel like they've been on a path of like confusion in a way. Not necessarily confusion, but it could involve that, maybe some frustrations around them having a goal for like what their life looks like, what they want in their life and things like that, and then things not really like coming together. So they've been spending a lot of time of trying to arrange their life the way that they want it, and so they're in the middle of making some sort of transition. It could have to do with business. I feel like that's mostly what it is, but it also could be some sort of move move. But ultimately, it's some transition that they're in the middle of that is going to be better for them, or that they feel is going to be better for them. We have Blessed Day. Okay. So there we go. Okay, so what do they want to say to you? Rhythm starts to play. Let's see. What do they want to say? Ooh, we got the Devil. Okay. 7 of Cups. Okay. I feel like this person could be very fast paced. Okay, so now I'm starting to get fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I'm also getting Capricorn a little bit. That's it. Bless me. That's it. That's coming through very heavily. But with this 8 of Wands, I feel like this person could be very fast paced. This could have to do with their life or their schedule, or what they're trying to arrange in their life, right? So it could be that they might not have a lot of time for the relationship because they're trying to get things in order still, but they want you to know that they'll try to make as much as time as possible. This could also hint at them wanting to progress the relationship very quickly as well. That could be for some of you. Ultimately, with the Devil card coming out again, I feel like this person could think about you a lot, and have an attachment to you. Why do we have this Devil card? Clarify this Devil. Good luck. Learn the truth. Interesting. Yeah, so this person could have an attachment to you, and it feels like maybe you're their good luck charm, or they just feel, it could be that, but also with this ladybug, that they're just really drawn to your energy. It's like they're addicted to your energy. There's something about your scent as well, the way that you smell. It could be like a hair product I'm seeing, but also, some sort of a fragrance, like a perfume or something, body wash, I don't know. But there's something about the way that you smell, or some essence that you're giving off, that they're like addicted to or really drawn to. Okay. What else? Why do we have the Seven of Cups? Success. And why do we have the Eight of Swords? Leadership. Learn the truth. Okay. Before I lose this message, with the Eight of Swords, I feel like this person is saying that they want to like take care of you. They want to take the lead. They want to make sure that you don't have to worry about anything, that you don't have to struggle with anything or anything like that. It just feels like they want to protect. And also, it could be a little too protective for me. I mean, not for me, but I'm just saying it could be. Because with the swords all surrounding and this card, it just feels like maybe there's something about a fence. So it feels like they're putting up a fence around your relationship with them. And they're really set on keeping other people out. So, I mean, I don't know, take that how it resonates. Okay. And then we also have Seven of Cups with the Success card. I'm not sure what I'm getting from here. What are you saying with Seven of Cups? Okay, learn the truth. Okay, some sort of clarity around what? I feel like this person likes your advice, or likes to talk to you, likes the way that you think. They could also like your ambitions, because like if this is you, you're feeling like you're in like a golden era or something like that, they could admire your process, your thinking, what you're doing or striving towards. They could admire that. It could also be that you enlighten them. So like you could start out like thinking differently or having different views, not too drastic, but you could not be seeing eye to eye on some things. But then like the more that they listen to you talk and where you get that from, they're kind of like, okay, yeah. So they feel like you can educate them in a way. Okay. All right. So let's do one more message here. Oh, just really quickly, we also have protection here off to the side. So yeah, that just kind of confirms that they feel very protective over the relationship. It could also be that they want to lock you down very quickly. So this could be somebody who might want to call you their boyfriend or girlfriend like pretty soon, like into the relationship, or they could be thinking of or talking about marriage sooner than you would think. But if not those things, then it could just be the way that their body language is when you guys are out together. Like maybe they're looking over their shoulder at people, or being like, oh, that person's staring at you, or something like that. They could position themselves in front of you or to the side of you, depending on cars coming by. So they could just like position themselves in ways to shield you and protect you. That could also be what's going on here. Okay. So let's do one more final, okay, let's do one more final message. All right, what needs to be heard, what needs to be honored. I felt Scorpio come through. Okay, this is your card, a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. Okay, so I feel like if you are, waiting for this person, this would be a good time to like give to yourself and kind of nurture your confidence, nurture your like attraction. Like, not trying to say that you need to like put on a wig and put on makeup every day. No, it's more about feeling good about yourself. It's more about restoring yourself. It's more about doing things that you love. So indulging in hobbies, jewelry making, or spending more time out in the sun. Like, do things that are going to rejuvenate you, to raise your vibration, to raise your energy up, and that in turn raises like extends out your attraction in the universe. Okay, so it has nothing to do with beauty at all. It's just more about giving back to yourself. Okay, so I feel like that's a message for you. All right, so thanks for tuning into your reading. I'm going to go ahead and do the last one here. Thanks for being here. Okay, welcome. If you chose this yellow or green tea light, I'm going to go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to start with the song that you chose. Okay, so it's 3 Days Grace. I Hate Everything About You. I tried to sing the last song. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to read it. Okay, so it's I hate everything about you. Why do I love you? You hate everything about me. Why do you love me? I hate, you hate, I hate, you love me. All right. That can hint at, maybe your person being into like metal, alternative music, guitars, maybe a little emo-y scene, maybe likes to wear black. It doesn't have to be that. That's just kind of like, if this is, well, honestly, because the song is about, a love-hate relationship, but also the other lyrics are about, using what do they call them? Using medicinals for alternate states. That's a long way of saying a word that I'm not sure that I can say on here. Anyway, so it's about, altering states and kind of yelling and screaming and whatever. So, I mean, they don't have to be into this kind of music, but I do hint that this person could, they could have grown up in a household where this was normal. And they could also have some sort of abandonment issue where, yeah, abandonment issue where maybe their mother was neglectful or something like that. Okay, I'm picking that up. So I just feel like something in their childhood, they didn't really get love and attention. But ultimately, yeah, we've got a love-hate relationship here. All right. Okay, so let's learn a little bit more about your person and then what they want to say to you. So, what are they like? This person yells or talks very loudly. Probably both. Okay. Okay, we have the Death card. This is somebody who has come from like addiction. I don't know if they're still going to be experiencing it or not, but they could have come from a household like that. Like, I was picking up a mom. So they could come from a household like that, or just kind of drifted into it throughout their life and struggled with it. So, yeah, I feel like they've come from addiction in some way. Substance misuse, that's what it's called. Okay. Let's get a little bit more. What else is going on? Safe travel. Okay, it could be. Okay, so I feel like they're coming out of it. If not, so they're either all the way out of it or coming out of it. So like they're a little more like they've gone through some sort of treatment, or like kind of gone through a process to change their lives, because we have safe travel. So I see the waves coming up, but then it's also smoothing back out. So I feel like this person has made an effort to transition and change and better their life in a way. And that could have involved moving out from where they were living. So it could have been a household, a home, a space that they were living in, or it could straight up be like to another state. Okay. So I see that for them. What else? We have Ace of Swords. This person is very outspoken. See, I said earlier that they talk very loudly or yell. But so they're very outspoken. I feel like they have no problem sharing their thoughts. But it also feels like they're defensive at the same time. So like they could be somebody who, if you say, "Oh, that shirt looks a little bit small on you," they could be like, "That's me." If you say, "Oh, that shirt looks a little bit small on you," they could be like, "Well, F you," and blah, blah, blah. Like, just literally just go straight to, like, being offended versus, like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's your opinion," right? They're going to have a little bit more of a reaction to some things. So I see that. They could also be interested in, like, fantasy play. And what I mean by that is not like LARPing, where you like role play in the park. They could do that, but what I'm getting more is just kind of like they like those games where they call them MMORPGs or RPGs, but it's those games where you can dress people up in like, um, it's like Dungeons and Dragons, where you're like in the older time period where questing, yeah. Okay, so they could like games or stuff like that. They might collect things like that. Okay, what else? Okay, communication is very important to them. Commitment is very important to them. Loyalty is very important to them. So this makes sense, like if they have abandonment issues, because they want someone that's going to be more of like a mountain to them, that's going to be secure with them, okay, that they can build upon with. So they shouldn't like have to question you, basically. So they like honesty and loyalty. But they're also somebody that has experienced challenge in their life, so like they're not scared away by challenge, which that makes sense in the song because the song is like this love hate relationship. So they have no problem going back and forth about things. So they're not going to flee at the first sign of trouble or anything like that. Okay. Okay, so what are some things that they want to say to you? Okay, Mother of Pentacles. I feel like, okay, I'm going to say this respectfully. I do feel like this person has like mommy issues, and that's totally, there's nothing wrong with that. Um, but with this Mother of Pentacles at the back of the deck, it just makes, I'm just getting the sense that they see qualities in you that they didn't grow up with, and so that they really admire that. They feel nurtured by you, they feel like protected by you, so you give them a sense of security. um, yeah, you give them a sense of security and nourishment in some way. Okay, what else? Hey, we got Three of Pentacles again for things that they want to say. There's something about you give them strength. As a quick side message, I feel like this person with your song coming in, that they don't like how you make them feel, but it's like they do like it. So it's like you make them feel things that they don't want to feel, type of thing. So this could be somebody who's not really in touch with their emotions or really wants to explore their emotions. So like when things come up for them, they could be actually a little bit more avoidant. But yeah, I just feel like a side message is that they could not like that you make them feel things. Okay? What else is going on with this? Change. Internal charisma. So I feel like this person Honestly, it feels like they don't really like change. Because I'm looking at this mountain and then the chameleon. So I just feel like they like things to be predictable. A side note that I did pick up on earlier, they could like have maybe be living with autism. Okay. I don't really know how that's going to be received, but yeah, I just did pick up on that where that could be something that they live with, or that, and also there's a dissociativeness about them and resistance to change here. Okay, so we do, like I said, we have this mountain and we have like, they like things to be predictable, they like things to be, and that makes sense. Like if they grew up in the type of household that I described, that could, sometimes that makes people feel a little bit more anxious, and so they would like a little bit more of a structured life so that things are more predictable for them. So I don't know, there's different messages here, you know, take it if it resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so but I feel like, hold on, because these are messages that they want to say to you. So I do feel like maybe they want you to kind of, I feel like maybe they're asking you to be patient with them. Yeah, I feel like they're asking you to be patient with them and try to give them space or allow them to recognize what kind of tools they need to adapt to the situation or what you're asking them to do. Okay, that's what I feel is going on here, because yeah, they're more set in their ways, and so they're just asking for patience. Okay, what else? All right, we have the Star card. Messages they want to say to you. Whoa. Cast negative. Oh, that's so wonderful. So yeah, we got the Star card. And then we have cast away negativity. So it just seems like being with you is like their happy place. Okay, there's a safety with you. All right. Yeah, they just feel like you, especially with this Mother of Pentacles at the back of the deck. And I was saying something about like they see things in you that they didn't like grow up with and that they needed, you know? And so with this castaway negativity, it's almost like you're rewriting their story a little bit because you're showing them that something else exists. Okay, so they feel, you know, protected and seen by you, and you're just like this light in the dark. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, now we have the Tower card at the end. What do they want to say to you? Financial security. I feel like with this, they're saying sorry. Because they could have some habits that are a little bit self-destructive. So I feel like they're trying to say sorry, but also that they're working on it. Like they're in the process of some sort of transition to like be more secure and have more finances and be able to, it's like they want to be a better person for you, but they're working on it. So again, they're asking for patience and time for them to figure it out and to make those changes. All right. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they didn't grow up with like financial literacy, and that their spending before could have been more like for gratification. So they bought a lot of stuff that they didn't need, and maybe overindulged in some things. So they're learning more about how to be better about that and how to have more sustainable income. Okay. It could also be that this person is a musician. That just came through really quickly. That could be a message for somebody here, maybe not everyone, but yeah, it could be that they don't have stable income. And I just got this image of somebody traveling. So it could be that they are like an aspiring musician or something like that and haven't like made it big yet or something, or maybe they have to do that on a side. So they're like trying to follow their ambitions as well, it feels like. and they're kind of sad that they don't really have it all together for you guys at this moment. Okay. What needs to be heard, what needs to be honored? They also, hold on. I also picked up on an artist real quick. So, if not a traveling musician, then an artist in some way. So it could be somebody who paints or draws, who illustrates something, and a writer, somebody who writes stuff. Okay, they do something that is like expressive. Okay, that could be for a few people. All right, so what needs to be heard, what needs to be honored? You guys got communication is key. All right, new moon in Gemini. So I feel like it's going to be really important for honesty and communication and honoring the emotions that come up. Okay, so in the song we had, I hate everything about you, why do you love me? And there was like this back and forth type of thing. And so with communication is key, it just kind of comes through with like being understanding, actively listening, and kind of implementing those things into the relationship so that this person feels heard. Because I feel like, it's important that you feel heard as well, and that you're holding them accountable for when they're doing things that are harmful. But I just feel like it's going to be easy, like they'll shut down very quickly. So it's going to be really important to use techniques that are a little bit more gentle and understanding to get them to keep talking and to get them to keep listening. Okay, so that's advice for the relationship there. Okay, so that is it for your reading. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time if you're interested in more readings from my channel. All right, see ya.